Hello and welcome to the 741 channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to head out and do a Moto POTA activation. So I'm going to head out towards the north end of the Quabbin Reservoir. It's probably, I don't know, 40 or 50 miles north of here or so. And I'm going to try and hit up a park up there that never has been activated before. There's actually two fairly close to each other. There's Petersham State Forest and the Federated Women's Forest. I'm not sure which one I'll activate. I'll see what the timing looks like. Maybe I can even try both. But we're going to head out and see what happens. So a quick look at the motorcycle I'm riding. This is a 2013 Honda NC-700X. It's got a parallel twin engine, sort of canted at, I think, about 45 degrees. You can see the cylinders are there. This bike has a real nice low center of gravity. It's actually got a trunk here, or a frunk, instead of a gas tank. The gas tank is under the seat, so that gives this thing a nice low center of gravity. It's not a super powerful bike, but it's plenty powerful for me. I'm not going to be pulling any wheelies on this thing, but I can move around in traffic if I need to. And as you may be able to see, it's sort of styled like an adventure bike. It's not really as capable as something like a BMW GS, but it will go off-road with some amount of ability if I need to. Okay, so taking a look inside the frunk, I've got my 40 and 20 meter linked dipole here with me. I don't think I'm going to use this antenna, but I'm bringing it along just in case. And I'm going to have my camera in here, and this is actually where my lunch is going to go. We're going to stop and get a sandwich and a drink. And then back here in my tail bag is where I've got all my radio stuff. Now we'll take a closer look at all of this when I get to the park, but you can see I got my Bioenno 15 amp hour battery, my FT891, some coax, some other supplies, and don't know if you can see it in here, but the antenna that I'm going to be using is my Pacific Antennas QRP kit 40 and 20 meter trap dipole. We're going to put that to the test today and see how it does. Okay, so I think I'm ready to go. I'm just going to double check one more time, make sure I have everything I need, and then we'll stop at a local deli here and grab a sandwich. So my first stop is here at the Mill Pond Country Store in Stafford, Connecticut. They have really good sandwiches in there, even though the store is a little on the run-down side. Now, I used to live just a mile up the road over there, so I used to come here for sandwiches all the time. In fact, I was also employed at the building that's back there behind my shoulder for about 16 years. And I also used to be a member of this Freemason Lodge that's here, as was my dad. Okay, so I made it here to the Women's Federated State Forest in New Salem, Massachusetts. We're pretty much in central Massachusetts at the very northern tip of the Quabbin Reservoir. Now, there is a state forest road that's sort of this way. If you look behind me, that road goes into the forest, maybe another mile, mile and a half or so, and then kind of peters out. There's some hiking trails and things down that way. I didn't see any picnic tables or anything like that. And then if I turn around the other way, that is sort of the road out to the main entrance, which is Route 122 in central Massachusetts. And this seems like it's about halfway between the main entrance and sort of what I'll call the end of the road, even though it keeps going, but it's not really passable for anything other than maybe a dirt bike or something like that. So, like I said, there really aren't any picnic tables or anything like that here to set up on, but I found this little side chute. Looks like there's a clearing over there where somebody did some logging. Actually, the state forest boundary is just a little bit past where my motorcycle is parked. There's a chain and a sign. So I think I'm going to set up so I've got the antenna across this sort of side chute, and I'll use the motorcycle as my platform to operate from. So I'm going to have some of my sandwich and get my antenna put up and see what we can do here, see if we can make some contacts. Okay, so to set the antenna up, I've got my trusty old 3/4 inch wrench. I've got some, what is this, 250-pound test fishing line tied to this thing, and I'll just zing it up in the tree as far as I can get it, and then we'll tie off the other end of the antenna and pull that up. As you saw, I've got the first leg of the antenna up over there. I've stretched everything out, found a suitable tree over there. I'm going to throw that side up, and it looks like that's going to give me a nice sort of southwest facing pattern, so that should be good, hopefully. I've also got the coax connected to the center insulator over there, So we're almost ready to go. So I've got the antenna up. Maybe not quite as high as I'd like it to be, but it ought to work. You should be able to see the center insulator is somewhere right around here. And then the legs go off that way and that way. I'd say the center is up maybe about 12 feet or so. And then each end is a little bit higher than that in the trees. Okay, so here's a look at the operating position. Again, not the most comfortable thing in the world. I really was hoping there would be picnic tables here, but there's not. So I'll make do with what I've got here. So I always just log with paper, so I have some paper log sheets here ready to go. Got the radio on and hooked up to my 15 amp hour Bio-Eno, which is just here in the tail bag still. And I've been tuning around a little bit and the bands seem real quiet. So I don't know if that's just conditions or the antenna or the location or whatever. But I'll tune around a little bit more and see what I can hear, and then I guess I'll throw myself on the spotting page. W1FYG, N1NUG, park to park.
Rob, we will part the Red Sea for you. Beautiful signal here. A happy Father's Day to you, and to park 1660, you're 5'9" plus.
Okay, very good, Don. Good to hear you on here, park to park. Yeah, you're 5'9" here into Kilo 4729 in central Massachusetts.
4729, and I'm over here in Colchester, a little park called Day Pond.
Ah, okay, Day Pond. I've heard of that one. What was your park number again?
Park number is 1660, repeating 1660, 1660.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I kind of jumped on quick here. I was just getting set up, and I saw you were on the spotting page. I tuned in and heard you, 5'9" here, so I had to come back to you. But I'll let you get to the rest of your stations. I'm going to finish getting set up here and do a little activation myself. 7-3 for now, Don. Always good to hear you. N1NUG.
Rob, right back at you. Happy Father's Day. Love your videos. Rob, be safe. Be good. This is W1FYG. Parks on the air.
Okay, so I think I'm ready to go here. Like I said, ergonomics aren't the best. I wish I had at least brought my clipboard, but I didn't think of it. So I'm here on 7241. It sounds pretty quiet here. I'm going to add myself to the spotting page and we'll start calling CQ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. November 1, November Uniform Golf. November 1, November Uniform Golf. Calling CQ Parks on the air from Kilo 4729 in Massachusetts.
November 2, United Sugar Mike Portable. I Kilo 4729. Massachusetts, you're a 5 and 7 into November Yankee, QSL. Vector Echo 2, Golf Tango. Roger, Roger, Vector Echo 2, Golf Tango. 5 in Quebec, thank you, 7 and 3. Whiskey 8, Sierra Mike November. QSL, I've got you 5-3 here in Oregon, Ohio, 5-3. Whiskey 8, Sierra Mike November, 73. Kilo Charlie 3, Oscar Echo Papa. QSL, you're about a 5'7", 57 here in Delaware, on the coast of Delaware. 58, Victor, November, Northern Michigan. This is Whiskey number 8, Uniform, Alpha November. QSL? Very good. The name here is Jim Tango and your Mike. I'm located in Northern Michigan, just north of a little village of Central Lake. Back to you. You're about a 5'5" also. Go ahead. Victor 3, Lima Delta Tango. Roger, thank you. You're 5 and 5 in Ontario. We thank you for the park. Whiskey Victor 1 Whiskey. Yeah, you're 5'7" here. A lot of noise. I will pull you out with the DNR, but we got you, Rob. Usually you're calling me. I'm usually in the park, but today I'm home. So good hearing you. Kilo Charlie 3, single off. QSL. I'll also give you a 5'3" in the western Pennsylvania. Thanks for the activation. November 2, Papa Yankee Hotel. Okay, QSL. I got about a 5'5" here, 5'6" and 2 New York. Wait, 8, India. Okay, you're 5'8", 58, West Virginia. Whiskey 3, Mike 2, Kilo. Roger, you're about 5'8", 5'9", into eastern Pennsylvania. Kilo 8, India. QSL 3333 from Ohio. Oscar Hotel. Kilo 4, Alpha Delta Quebec. Good afternoon. Thank you for 4729, Kilo 4, Alpha Delta Quebec, 555 Virginia, Victor Alpha, QSL.
Whiskey Tango 8 Japan. All right, Roger, Roger. I've got you 5252 Michigan, Mike India, QSL.
Okay, so I got about 15 contacts on 40 meters, including the one park to park with Don. I'm going to let the radio take a break here for a minute. You may be able to hear the fan running in the background. I kind of forgot that the SWR on this antenna is really narrow, and it's centered kind of more lower on the band than where I'm at now at 7241. So it probably would have been a little better if I was lower in frequency. So I think I'm going to let it rest a bit. I'll check the spotting page, see if there's any other park to parks I can make on 40, and then maybe I'll switch over to 20 and try a few contacts there. This whole day has taken a little bit longer than I expected it to, so I do have to hit the road here soon. But I will go for a little longer and see what I can do.
Park to Park Station, come again.
Yeah, this is November 1, November Uniform Golf, and I'm at Kilo 4729.
Is that 4729?
QSL 4729, and you are a 5-3 here, 5-3.
You're a 5-7 into Park 2739, and can I get your call again, please, and name?
Sure thing. Call is November 1, November Uniform Golf, and the name is Rob, Romeo Oscar Bravo.
Thank you, Rob. 73 to you, and I hope you're getting the great activation. We are doing really well up here in the North Carolina mountains.
Okay, very good. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here in central Massachusetts. I'm out on the motorcycle and just making the best of the day. So thanks for taking the time to make a contact, and good luck with your activation. And happy Father's Day. 7-3, November 1, November Uniform Golf. Park to park, park to park.
Park to Park Station, can you come back, please?
Call is November 1, November Uniform Golf, and you are 5-5 into Kilo 4729 in Massachusetts.
Roger that. Park 4729, November 1, November Uniform Golf 55. You are 5-7 into Park K-5464.
QSL, thanks very much for the contact today, and good luck with your activation. 7-3, November 1, November Uniform Golf. Okay, so I made a couple of park-to-park contacts on 20, so I think I'm going to call CQ for a little while. I got about 20 minutes left, well, maybe 15 before I have to go. So we'll see what I can do. I'll add myself to the spot page real quick, and we'll take it from there. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. November 1, November Uniform Golf. November 1, November Uniform Golf. Calling CQ Parks on the air from Kilo 4729 in Massachusetts.
Whiskey 5, Golf, Delta, Whiskey. QSL, you're 5-7 in North Carolina, 5-7. Thank you for the park. Happy Father's Day. Kilo Germany 8, Yankee Alpha. Yeah, Kilo Germany 8, Yankee Alpha in Ohio, state of Ohio. You're 5-8 into Ohio. Over. Whiskey November 4, Bravo, X-Ray Bravo. Roger, November 4, Bravo, X-Ray Bravo. You're 5-9 into North Carolina, QSL. Kilo 8, Romeo Alpha Tango. Kilo 8, Romeo Alpha Tango. Thank you for 4729. Thanks for being out there. You are 5-8 on the hotel. Happy Father's Day. Have a great time. November 8, Papa Whiskey. Norway 8, Peter Willie. QSL? Roger, November 1, November Uniform Golf. You're 5-9 into Ohio. 73, and happy Father's Day. Thanks for the contact. This is N8PW, 73s. Whiskey 8 Fox, Bravo Echo. All right, thank you. You're 5-9 plus 10 into Ohio. Whiskey November 8, November Victor India. Delta. QSL, you're 5-9 in Ohio. Thank you for the comeback. QSL 5-9 Kentucky. Name is Ed. Thanks a lot. Whiskey 8 Sierra Mike November. Rob, you're 5-9 into Oregon, Ohio. Thanks for activating 73. November 4 Sierra Oscar Charlie. Roger. Good afternoon, and you're 5-7 North Carolina. Thanks for the power. Kilograph 4 Romeo Mike Lima. Roger. You're also 5-9 in the state of Virginia. Thanks for the activation in 73s. November 4 Alpha Tango Juliet. QSL on the 4x3. I'm going to do 4x8 in North Carolina. Victor Echo 3, Lima Delta Tango. Roger, your 5 and 7 here again. Thanks for the second band. Alpha Echo 6 Kilo Lima. Your 5-5 also into North Carolina. Kilo Bravo 8 Mike. Roger, 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 roger. Your 5 and 3, 5 and 3. Copy 2 by 1. Thank you. 73.
Okay, 7-3, thanks for hanging in there. November 1, November Uniform Golf, QRZ.
November Delta 1 Juliet. Whiskey. QSL, November Delta 1 Juliet. Near 33. 33 in Georgia. Whiskey Bravo 8, Charlie Papa Golf. QSL, you're a 5-5 in Ohio. I appreciate that. And 73's to you. Kilo 4, Juliet Echo Lima. Delta India Mike. Kilo 4, Juliet Echo Lima. QSL, you're 3-3 also. 3-3 also, North Carolina, Nancy Charlie. November 0, Delta India Mike. Thank you very much, and you are 5-5 in the South Carolina, and appreciate the POTA.
Okay, very good. Thanks for South Carolina. 7-3 and happy Father's Day. November 1, November Uniform Golf, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. November 1, November Uniform Golf. November 1, November Uniform Golf, CQ POTA from Kilo 4729. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air. November 1, November Uniform Golf. Calling CQ POTA from Kilo 4729 in Massachusetts.
November 1, November Uniform Golf, W9 Mike X-Ray Charlie Mobile. Still a 4-4 Illinois. Thanks for the contact, Brad.
One more here. November 1, November Uniform Golf, QRZ.
QSL, thanks for the contact. Happy Father's Day.
Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Tango Alpha. Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Tango Alpha. Hey, roger that. I've got you about a 5-2 down here in western North Carolina, over.
Thanks everyone who might still be listening, but I have to shut down now. This is November 1, November Uniform Golf, going QRT from Kilo 4729. Thanks everyone.
Kilo X-Ray 4, Bravo India.
I'll take that one more. Kilo X-Ray 4, Bravo India, was it?
Roger, roger. Kilo X-Ray 4, Bravo India. You're 44 into North Alabama, over.
7-3, happy Father's Day, and thanks for the contact. N1NUG, QRT. Okay, so I had a pretty successful activation here. I filled up this whole log sheet. I'm not sure how many are on here, 30 or 40, something like that. I think I had 15 on 40 and the rest were all on 20. Had 3 or 4 park-to-park stations. Now I'm pretty happy because when I've used this antenna a couple times in the past, it didn't seem like it worked all that well on 20, but at least in terms of kind of East Coast and Midwest, I was doing pretty well with it today. Maybe when conditions get a little better, we'll hit the West Coast with it too. Either way, I'm going to pull it down and pack it back up in the motorcycle and hit the road. I'm already late. So I forgot to record an outro when I got home from my POTA expedition, but as you saw in the video, it was pretty successful. It was a great day to get out on the motorcycle and take a nice long ride on some back roads. I think it was about 50 miles each way, so about 100 miles total. And the Pacific Antenna's 20 and 40 meter trap dipole worked great and fit nicely in my tail bag along with all my other stuff. So during the ride home, I actually thought up another antenna configuration for the motorcycle. So stay tuned for a video on that later in the summer. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to leave a comment or subscribe, feel free to do that as well. If you'd like to support my channel in another way, please consider visiting my Amazon store, which is linked in the description below. Thanks for watching.